For years, I kept asking the wrong question. How do I become a better wife? Because every problem somehow became my fault. So I read marriage articles online. I listened to sermons. I prayed harder. I tried harder. Until one night, I stumbled across a video online. And one sentence stopped me in my tracks. It described my life better than I ever could. But before I tell you what that sentence was, you need to understand what life looked like just before I found it. By this point, our family had become involved in the church, doing music together. People invited us to their churches. Sometimes we traveled to different cities, different states. People saw us performing and working in our church together. From the outside, it looked beautiful, like God was blessing our family. People saw smiles. They saw ministry. They saw a husband and wife serving together. What they couldn't see was what happened after we got home. The cycle hadn't stopped. It had just become easier to hide. It was challenging to enjoy the happy moments because at any given moment, something would tick him off and ruin it. We could be celebrating a birthday like we do every year. The cake is ready. The kids are excited. All we needed was for him to come into the kitchen to sing happy birthday with us. But I couldn't simply say to him, "Babe, can you come in here?" That sounds strange now, but if you've lived with someone who needs control, you know exactly what I mean. So instead, I texted him, "Hey babe, we're about to sing happy birthday." He answered, "Okay." But he never came. So after waiting, I texted again, "Just let me know when you're ready." Instead of coming, he became irritated.
If you wanted me to come, why didn't you just ask?
On the surface, that sounds reasonable. But it wasn't. Because if I had asked directly, there was always the possibility that I'd be accused of being demanding. I had learned to phrase everything carefully, trying to avoid another unnecessary argument. And somehow, even a birthday celebration became emotionally exhausting. Then I started noticing our children. Whenever they cried, he rarely asked, "What's wrong?" Instead, he'd say, "Stop crying. You have nothing to cry about." He believed that you should never bring down the mood of the room. He'd tell them, "When you walk into a room, you do your best to lift everybody else's spirits and have the joy of the Lord." I understood wanting respectful children. But something about this didn't sit right with me. One day, I asked him, "So if they're sad, what are they supposed to do?" Without hesitation, he answered, "There's nothing to be sad about." He reminded me not to baby them, especially the boys. He worried that showing emotion would make them weak. I worried they were learning their feelings didn't matter. Those moments were scattered. They didn't happen every day. In between, life looked normal. We traveled. We served in church. People complimented our family. But deep inside, I knew something wasn't right. I couldn't explain it. I couldn't name it. I just knew this couldn't be how marriage was supposed to feel. He refused counseling. He didn't want anyone in our personal affairs. So, I did what many people do now. I started searching online. Not for narcissism. Not at first. I searched, why do I feel like I'm walking on eggshells? Why does every disagreement become my fault? Why do I feel afraid to ask simple questions? I wasn't trying to diagnose him. I was trying to understand me. Because by then, I just wanted to know what more I could do to make things change. That night, I didn't close my laptop feeling relieved. I closed it feeling unsettled. Because the more videos I watched, the harder it became to explain away what I had been living. I wasn't looking for a label. I was looking for hope that the videos were wrong. Instead, they described my marriage with uncomfortable accuracy. So I made a decision. I wasn't going to accuse him of being a narcissist. I wasn't even going to tell him what I was researching. I was simply going to start getting my voice back. I was going to say no. I was going to express my own opinions. I was going to stop automatically agreeing with everything he said, and quietly watch what happened. If these videos were right, his reaction would tell me everything I needed to know. If this resonated with you, I hope you'll let me know by leaving a comment below. Reading different experiences remind all of us that we're not as alone as we once thought we were. If you think this episode could help someone who feels confused, trapped, or like they're constantly walking on eggshells, please consider sharing it with them. Sometimes one conversation can change someone's entire life. And if you're following this journey, I'd love for you to subscribe and turn on notifications, because next week I'm sharing the year I spent quietly testing everything I learned about narcissistic abuse, and how his reactions slowly confirmed what I had become afraid to believe.